Hey, it's Andy at Parallax with a video walkthrough of microbit Python editor v3 WebUSB tests for 2 microbit modules. This set of tests will be what you do after you do the test for a single module, which has its own video walkthrough, and you should do that first before coming here. Before getting started, it's best to make sure that your print layout is unchecked. So click View and uncheck Print Layout if it's checked. You can also, there's a left side panel here that you can minimize. If it's open for you, you can minimize it. And then there's a little up caret right here that can also give you more reading area. And then you can move it to the side of the screen, and that will be helpful for tiling it with other microbit Python editor instances. So following along step by step, these links will be populated hopefully by the time you see this document. And moving along to the tests. The reason we're doing these tests is because on Wednesday we'll be having 2 microbits connected to our computer, and we'll be using terminals connected to each microbit to send messages back and forth between them to see how some of the networking cybersecurity lessons work. So again, there's a different document and walkthrough video that you'll want to have completed before you got here. This is the document for a single microbit, Python microbit editor v3 web tests. Finish this first, and then come on over here. Now, step 1 is to plug in 2 microbit modules. And how this looks will probably vary for all of you, but here is a look at 2 microbits that are both running the default script that appears when you open the microbit Python editor. Step 2 will be to open not 1 but 2 different microbit Python editor tabs. So you can click the link in the document, and I think if you do that twice, let's see, will it open 2 editors? Yes, nice and handy. Okay, and then on both of them, again, we can do away with the simulator if it's showing for now, and with the left sidebar if that's showing. And probably best to, again, tile that side by side with your instructions. Okay, so, oopsie. What you can do actually is make sure that you have one browser window that has both Python editor tabs in it, tiled side by side with your instructions. Then switch to the first tab, and then click Connect. And to connect without loading the script, you want to click the 3 dots next to the Send a Microbit button, and then select Connect. And for this one, we're going to select the topmost microbit in the list. That takes us through step 5 in the document. And now moving on to step 6, we're going to switch to the second tab and repeat the process, but this time we will be connecting to the second microbit in the list. So click the second tab, click the 3 dots, select Connect, choose the second microbit in the list, and then select Connect. That takes us through step 7. Now what we'll do is in step 8, go back to the first tab and copy and paste this first script that makes the microbit identify itself as A. into the first tab. And let's see, then we're going to send it to the microbit. And then check that one of the LED matrix displays the letter A. What I'm going to do is just basically do this for both microbits, selecting the second script that displays the letter B and pasting it into the second tab of the microbit Python editor, sending it to the microbit that it's connected to. Now keep in mind, this tab is connected to one microbit, and then this tab is connected to the other microbit. That's why for the left tab or the first tab we selected the first microbit in the list, and the second tab we selected the second microbit in the list. So what we're going to expect is that the microbit will one microbit will display the letter A, another microbit will display the letter B, and also, since there's a print statement that has each one identify itself as microbit A and microbit B, we can use show serial, reload the script, and so this one identifies itself as microbit A, and reload the script since it didn't display. And then this one shows itself as microbit A, or pardon me, microbit B. And then last but not least, we'll go back and look at our microbits. And here is one microbit displaying the letter A and the other microbit displaying the letter B. So one last time, I'd like to emphasize that when we went through and clicked the three dots and selected connect, it just automatically reconnects. The first time through, when we selected connect in the left tab, we selected the first microbit in the list, and then in the right tab we selected the second microbit in the list. So now this editor is paired with the A microbit on the left here, and then this second editor is paired with the B microbit. You'll see the B turn off as the program loads, and then it'll turn back on. See? Okay, and so this is what we want to make sure of here, is that you can have two separate microbit Python editor tabs open, and then each one will control and separately program a different microbit from the list. And with that, we have gone all the way through step 14. Now, if something didn't work right for you, the best thing to do is unplug both microbits from USB and then plug them back in and restart at step 3. And then follow all the way through. Go ahead and reach out to me by replying to one of the workshop Get Ready emails, and we can connect for some troubleshooting if you need it. Now, there is a second option, which is to have one microbit connected to one each, have two computers, one each with a microbit connected to it. That second computer, you would need to do the tests that you did with the first computer. Second computer has to have the same abilities as the first computer, you know, in terms of Chrome and a USB-A port. And then the most important thing is that you'll have to be able to get onto the Zoom workshop with both computers. Again, since I will be pasting a lot of scripts and links into the Zoom chat, if you have one computer that you can't get scripts to quickly because it's not on Zoom receiving those scripts, it's going to be really difficult to keep up. So if your second computer can also be attending the Zoom workshop, then perfect. Otherwise, do everything you can to connect both microbits to one computer, as in option 1. And again, for either of these, reach out to me by replying to one of the workshop emails, and we can go ahead and connect, and I can help you out with whatever you need. All right, we'll see you at the workshop.